I, Sekou Andrews, decided to consult my most trusted team of expert imagination advisors on how exactly waves are made. And quite frankly, what I discovered is mind-blowing. Did you guys know that Professor Juden Justice Evans of the second grade has published a theory in purple crayon that states, well, waves are made by people getting tons of water from the sink and pouring it into the sea.
First grade, a wave is made by bottom animals in the bottom of the ocean, moving their bottoms around at the bottom. Apparently the bottom is the crux of that theory. Third grade, a big old fat dude runs to the ocean's edge and does a leaping cannonball into the water.
The fact of the matter is, each of these children, from first to fifth grade, they all know some truth to the science behind waves. It's just that they, and I, for that matter, we like their version better. It's more uplifting to believe in the power of our scepter. It's more uniting to imagine us all moving together underwater. It's more inspiring to chase the end of our rainbows. This is what you can learn to do with your story, to rewrite this version of yourself lying within you and keep a bit of magic in the tale of your potential, to be unafraid, to lead boldly and think radically and put an S on the chest of your mild-mannered strategies. Your creativity holds the power to cure your own gravity, to put a little tooth fairy in your industry's cavities, to reimagine the science of this version of yourself and give convention reason to believe in something else. I mean, who better than grade school kids to help us define a version of waves that inspires us to go stir the waters of complacency? See, it's not that these kids and I don't understand how sound waves or seismic waves are made. We all learned that seismic waves are caused by movement in the Earth's subterranean plates. It's just that we like your version better. The version where you ain't afraid to change traditions, shift paradigms, and shake things up a bit. It's like y'all got the can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't help it. You can't help but speak and suggest and nudge and push and insist and make Congress pay attention to the people you serve. You're like the little kid in the pool with the parent that you know is trying not to get their hair wet. And what do? You inch closer. Don't you do it. What? And you edge closer. I said, I see you. Don't you do it. I'm not doing nothing. And you inch closer and closer, and then splash, splash. That is you, right? You see the credit union world standing at the shoreline of innovation, trying not to get wet, and you splash, splash. You see Capitol Hill timidly sticking its toes in regulatory changes, and you splash, splash. You watch fellow leaders standing only waist high in the waters of financial services, sipping a mojito and saying, hey, legislators, there's nothing wrong with waiting. And you splash, splash. Well, then don't stop now. No, that's why you're here. I want you to approach the future of financial services like the annoying little brother in the pool of banking who had, That's right. Own it. Who had to start making waves because the industry's waters were just too damn still. Because the regulations were too damn cumbersome. The closed small business was too damn preventable. The compliance burden was just too unpredictable. The systems for service were just too inequitable. The financial well-being was too damn inaccessible to the rural, the urban, the veteran, the immigrant, the public servant, the essential worker, the middle class, the poor, and the need for somebody to do something shook you to the core. See, we all know that scientifically, light waves are created by electromagnetic radiation that's visible to the human eye. We got it. It's just that we like your version better.
The visionary doesn't just see what is there. No, we see what isn't yet there. But it will be. Just give us a minute. The new path that will be paved, just give us a minute. The new trail that will be blazed, just give us a machete. The new seat at the table that will be made, just give us a hammer and get the hell out our way, because we got whole new tables to make, new titles to create, new talents to display that pave the way to work in a whole new way.
We all understand it. We understand the science behind ocean waves. We do. Created by the wind, surface of the water, blah, blah, blah. But your version, so much doper. The version where your wave making brings the winds of change. We all know the science of how sound waves are made, vibrations against surfaces. But listen, ain't your version so much better? The version where you unfasten your throat, unhinge your lips, and give life to your voice.
Energizing your voice by humanizing your voice. Why is that important? Because you're in the human being business. I mean, you put the human in HR, like literally, you literally hire and recruit and put the human into your resources. And one of your biggest leadership advantages is that your access to human beings gives you access to your own humanity. You have the ability to inspire passion in your culture, inspire that loyalty in your candidates, and inspire boldness in each other. And you cannot tell me that this version of you doesn't give you more hope than the safe, silent, stagnant science of conventional growth. No, my fellow wave makers, like bottom animals, moving their bottoms at the bottom of the sea to create the kind of change you wish to see, movement is the key.
Listen, I once heard a 7-year-old boy actually say the words, so it's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean. Did he just say what Now, okay, hopefully, he was just regurgitating out of context something he overheard. But that does not change the wisdom of this prepubescent prophet. Your milestones are massive. Millions of properties have been shielded from disaster by your efforts. About 5 million new homeowners will have their property rights properly protected thanks to you. Over 1.64 trillion in originations insured this year alone. And yet, as you stand shoreline before this vast landscape of liquid cobalt, there is still one burning question that challenges you. How do you keep yourself rising above the tide of your industry's still waters? Well, according to 7-year-olds, maybe you need more motion in your ocean. Maybe you need to learn to raise your voices of defiance and own new words to define yourself, while also remembering that if your actions don't move with your words, then your words won't move others to action. So maybe you need more motion in your ocean. Maybe you need to get familiar with surfing waves at the edge, so that you get a new perspective on the changes that lie ahead. You'll more easily maneuver through the dangers that you dread. And sure, sometimes you might eat it. But when you don't, you will fly instead. Maybe you need more motion in your ocean. Maybe you need to give your haters a little splash, splash, and break convention's undertow and leave your growth in high tide and leave your skeptics burnt up inside as they watch you from the safety of the beach, pining for the taste of your retreat, rooting for the wave to defeat and waiting anxiously to shriek,
Wipe out! But you and I know what they don't. That if you keep up the work you're doing today, if you keep giving to this mission in new ways, they will be sorely disappointed. So pay them no mind. And they speak their poisons, and they will. Oh, those who serve as beneficiaries of the system as is, those who profit most from the words, this is how it has always been done, they will have the audacity to tell you, shut up! Don't speak up, keep your voice down, and don't make waves. Just know your place, stay in your lane, and don't make waves.
The voices of convention will tell you today, as they have told all of us throughout time, do not question our ways. Put down the protest sign. You just need to stop with all this independent thought. Be realistic with your dreams. Be happy with what you've got. Just bide your time and walk the line. Just follow orders. Don't stir the waters. Don't raise your voice loud. Don't challenge what's tried and true. This is what they will tell you. And when they do, it is in that moment that I, Sekou Andrews, give you permission to run full speed to the edge of your industry's still waters, leap in the air, tucking your knees to your chin, and do the mightiest cannonball you can muster, leaving them soaked in their own stagnancy. Huh? Come on, wave makers. You go get tons and tons of water from the sink and pour it, filling Banking Stadium to the brink. Then grab your magical scepter and conduct all 60,000 fans in the stands to lift their hands row by row and stand. So if y'all are ready to show off the power of union today, then stand up right where you are and do the credit union wave. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my God, that just happened. Thank you all, appreciate you.